Alrighty, here we go. I'm gonna shoot 2 arrows before we head to Missouri this evening. It feels good, it's cool out. We got a steady wind, we have some cloud cover. I'm gonna shoot a few arrows. I know it's dialed in just for my own confidence. And hopefully I can hit that Morel high roller foam in the white. One thing that I will say, so before my elk hunt, obviously it was my first ever elk hunt, so I definitely had to put in some more work than I ever have for a hunt. I actually got this Matthews Prima up over 50 pounds, so it was just a huge goal of mine throughout the summer. I knew that with elk hunting, it's a much larger body than I'm used to with whitetails, but I hope you all enjoy this special edition of Deer Season 21. It's a very special one to me. With it being my first elk hunt ever, I mean, we were ready, I was nervous, I was anxious, I felt prepared. We hunted hard with a bow. I was very lucky enough to have an any weapon tag. It's a CWMU, so you can actually use it with archery or with a rifle. And you'll just have to watch all the highs and lows and the challenges and the amazing footage. Again, we bow hunted hard, and it really took us in some steep places, and at the very end you'll have to see just what happens, but we were thankful for that any weapon tag, I'll say that. It is the night before, it's Sunday night before my elk hunt kicks off tomorrow. We have been preparing for this and have been anxious for it literally all summer. So Wade's behind the camera, he flew in from Iowa today. Ost, he's somewhere, but he'll be guiding me. So it's the 3 of us on the mountain with my Matthews Prima, with a bull tag up at Wild Country that our really great friend Wes Stedman, he gave me the tag. So extremely thankful and excited to have this opportunity. First elk hunt, here we go, let's get some shooting in. So going into this hunt, we knew that I probably started at 46, 47 pounds. We've added at least 3, 4, 5 pounds. We're gonna put it on a scale here in a second to see exactly where I'm at, but got poundage up. We went to a heavier arrow for elk, and then we're gonna try and be smart and limit myself to like 30 and in, just to make sure that my bow, my setup has enough oomph, has enough penetration for an elk, just because they're about triple the size of our whitetails that we're used to shooting. So
we
that's
went
been
up
a major
like,
thing.
Yeah, we went up like 100, almost 110 grains in her arrow, and so it should pack a little more punch.
Anyways, we're excited, we're headed up, and it's gonna be fun. We'll see you in the morning in the elk woods, but the Prima is ready. We hope, hopefully I'm ready.
Gosh, that's so awesome. Oh, it's just cracking daylight. It's beautiful out here. It's probably, I think, like 35, 38 degrees. We're in our fleece scent lock for the very first time, but we're just gonna follow Austin, let the guy do his thing. But this is cool for Wade and I. We've never been in close with bulls at all, and they're already bugling, so it's exciting.
That pond's right there. Like, we're going into the jungle. Okay. So I'm probably not gonna call a lot just because they're calling a lot. So we're just gonna just stay right with me. We'll just kind of keep easy and sneaking. We're gonna just still hunt before we do any calling. I don't want them to know we're here yet.
Here. He said that's just kind of what they do normally this time of day. They go into the pine tree. So I guess our next play, I think he said we go up and around and then try to visually see them. Holy crap.
So we got a bull bugle in here. We got a visual on one up here that actually looks like a shooter, like a really nice shooter bull. But he's just standing on the ridge and it's kind of open down here and he doesn't see any cows, so he's just hanging. So I think we still need to do our thing and get up where that main herd went. That's where those bigger bulls are gonna be.
There he walks, wait.
ridge comes down. There's a shelf right above us, and it comes down, and there's a shelf right below us. And those bowls are all kind of around the shelf. Let's get set up right here. Pull them right up to your face, don't worry. So it sounded like what we had when we got in here. We have 3 or 4 buglers over here, and then there was one up the canyon from us. And as he came across, it seems like he went to the bugles, and he's kind of held up. He's right here on this knob right here, the same ridge we're on. So all we're gonna do is cut that next 80 to 100 yards off and see if we can't get in the hot zone. It's just like hunting turkeys. Once you get in their threshold, then they'll usually break, and we've just been right outside that bubble. But they're going crazy. It's gonna be a good afternoon. He literally came into, I don't even know. And then it was just, it's a blur. We blacked out.
Yeah. Austin was 15 yards behind us. Wade was right with me. Now I'm like replaying in my mind. I don't really know. I guess I should have drew faster, but then I should have drawn at first. But I froze because he was facing us, and then he stopped, and then I drew. I just held that forever. That was really close. Gosh, he came in so well to a call. I drew, and he ended up stopping by and all that stuff. I tried to hold it as long as I could, and then got back up, off-ranged him and said I was at 30. And like literally my arm was toast at that point, and I just was not gonna let myself be shaken that bad. And then try and put my 30 pin on him. Dang it. I mean, epic though. Like epic as can be. My arm just couldn't do it. Yeah.
I thought when he was going around the tree, he was going to turn and come up, not go all the way around that stuff.
And then when he stopped and you said 30, I mean, I was just toast.
And when he stopped here, he was just so quartered too.
And I want to feel so good about the shot. I don't want to be going like this to get my bow up.
Next time, I really want it. So
We are wrapping day 1, and we're about to lose light here soon. We're gonna walk back to the buggy, but seriously, like an incredible day. I mean, in bulls, encounters, close encounters, drew back twice. It's just been nonstop action literally since 6:30 this morning, and now it's 7:30, so 13 hours of bugling bulls here in Utah. So we will continue in the morning for day 2, but what a day. Seriously awesome.
they're going nuts right now. This is the exact same spot we got into them yesterday. They're just in the top, so our plan is loop around, get to where we were having all those encounters, but we're going to be in front of them this time and see if we can't get into the herd bulls opposed to just the satellites.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, day 4. I'm slowly getting more tired by the day. But we're actually going to a completely different spot. The last 3 mornings we've been in Hell's Canyon. This morning we're going to a place called South Hornet. It's where we went yesterday evening. So I'm excited. Hopefully we can get it done. We've had an awesome trip, just haven't flung an arrow yet. So maybe today's the day.
So we got a big herd bull. There's a couple satellites all around him. But I've watched a couple bulls now go close to his herd, and he immediately goes and runs them off. So the closest cow was 100 yards from me. We're gonna drop down, see if we can get a good clearing, about 50 or 60 yards from him, and see if we can't bugle or cow call him away from his cows. We can get close enough and bugle, he'll come. focused on a big bull and his cows for a couple hours, and we tried sneaking in. Finally, we lost our patience at him coming out, so we tried to sneak into the thick stuff, and that didn't work. So, but we still got tons of bugles down here below us. We're just gonna ease our way. So there's a road down the bottom. We're just gonna work down and hunt our way till either dark or we kill one. But there's tons of bulls bugling, so it should be fun.
We'll just keep going.
Northwest winds at 8 miles per hour. Pressure is on the rise. Front is moving. Perfect conditions for hot corner. Shooters been all over the south side. Want to focus on afternoon movement. Hot corner, 3 p.m.
It's the easiest decision you'll make this season. Get ahead of your game with DeerCast.
Okay, we did everything that we could to get it done with a bow. Over 80,000 steps, miles, encounter after encounter, and just couldn't get it done. We literally have 2 hours left this evening. It's the last day of my elk hunt. So we grabbed the rifle. I mean, it's just we're down to the nitty-gritty here, and we really, truly feel like we gave it our all with a bow. So we got 2 hours. We have a rifle that obviously extends your range. We have bulls bugling around us, so we'll just see if we can make it happen here on the last night here in Utah. But overall, nonetheless, it's been an incredible week. Just, I mean, amazing. So here we go. Rifle hunt starts now.
Let's see how fired up if we can get him just to kind of meet us right here on the bottom. He's coming down now. We gotta go get set up.
Here, take this.
Right by the bush. It sounds like he's gonna come down right out here in front of us.
Yeah, alright. We made a major move. We just went straight at him. He's up on the hill, but he's headed down. Osta's called. So this honestly might work. I mean, he's reacting to the call, like throwing his head up, walking towards us. But we need him to come off a major hill.
Nice ball. Let me see if I can get him there. He's gonna keep walking down the road. So let's just stay. Here he comes around the vines right there.
Yeah, I got him.
Oh yeah. I'm on him. Yep.
Loaded. Hold on.
He's just going up through those pines. Good shot.
Okay, watch him.
That was awesome. I think you did awesome. Nice job. How about that? The last day luck.
That literally happened like so fast. Ost, cow called. The bull comes down. I mean, literally from probably 150 yards into close to 100. He's standing broadside to it, just looking at us. Beautiful, mature bull. I believe I hit him a tad back. We're gonna watch the footage here real quick because Ost was on him right over my shoulder. But we think pull down with a rifle lasts literally like 2 hours of my elk hunt. Very first elk hunt ever. So, gosh, that happened really fast.
Nice stock.
After a long week of bow hunting and then switching to rifle, I mean, it's just been nuts. So, whew.
Awesome.
Alrighty, well, it's the very end of the week now, and Austin and I had great luck last night. We had literally like 2 hours, maybe a little less, to get it done, and rather than just going in and tracking right away because we were right at close to last light, we felt like just get up early this morning and go track. So we're back here. We're gonna track slowly, but we think that it should lead us to a dead bull and my first bull ever. So that would absolutely be the cherry on top to a really, really great long week here in Utah. It's just been incredible. There's still just bugling everywhere, but it's been an amazing experience, and hopefully we'll get on a blood show right away. So here we go. Hopefully find him. Where? Do we have to whisper?
No, we don't gotta whisper.
He didn't go anywhere.
He didn't go 100 yards. He's dead as a doornail.
Oh my goodness.
Go get him, Tag. Congratulations, babe.
Holy smokes, he literally went.
It was the right call, though. It was the right call. He didn't go anywhere.
Stiff.
He's stiff. He didn't bleed. But we got him. So happy and proud of you. So happy and proud of you, babe.
I am so excited to say that we have a big bull down here in Utah. My first ever elk on my first ever elk hunt. And it truly is a hunt that I have dreamt of for a long time. It's a bucket list for me. I'm gonna put a check mark in that box, but I mean, just the week we had was absolutely incredible. I mean, words don't do it justice. I hope the footage does do it some justice, because we were in bulls all week long, every single day. I mean, just bugling, screaming in our faces. And it started off as a bow hunt. So my tag here in Utah, it's an any weapon tag. We went into it, we hunted hard with a bow. We did over 80,000 some steps, 600 to 700 floors. I mean, it was challenging, it was hard. But we were here just in the beautiful mountains of Utah, and we got really close. I mean, we were close more times than we weren't with the bow. And it came down to yesterday. It was the very last day of my hunt before I head to the Midwest for whitetails. I mean, Missouri bow season's open right now. And we said, you know what? We have 2 hours left. Let's switch the weapon because we can, because of the tag. Let's go to a rifle and just see if we can get it done and really cap off an incredible week. You know, after trying hard with the bow, we switch it up, and this guy ends up giving me a 100-yard shot, and he didn't go anywhere. He maybe went 75, 80 yards. We found him this morning. Austin's behind the camera, but it's an experience I'll never forget. It was challenging, it was hard, but this right here to notch my Utah tag on this beautiful mature bull is really a dream come true. And I cannot thank our great friend, one of our best friends, Wes Stedman, enough for the tag, for the experience. And my husband, Aust, for just helping all week long. And Wade, he had to fly back home for a wedding, but Wade was behind the camera for the entire bow hunt. So it was a team effort, and this is definitely the cherry on top to a hunt of a lifetime. And I'm just so excited. But big bull down here in Utah.
Well, standing here next to the back-to-back morel target, and because we do so much traveling and we go from farm to farm, you know, it's not uncommon to set this thing out wherever you want to in the yard. Well, the old adage, aim small, miss small, may apply. And on this thing, because on this end, these dots are all so much smaller, stay in tune all season long and try and start targeting these smaller dots. It's made of the flex back self-healing foam, which is one of the most impressive targets I've seen as long as we've been doing this, and I'm talking decades. So this is the absolute greatest target we've been around, regardless whether you're shooting practice tips, mechanical, fixed blade, it doesn't matter. Give this one a try. This is one I think you'll be impressed with.
Well, that was pretty phenomenal. Like, I feel like I just went hunting and didn't have to walk the however many steps, 80-some thousand. How many miles was that?
We ended up calculating it at the end of the hunt, and we were at, I think, close to 39 miles. And that's steep, up and down miles, it's not flat miles. We were at about 92,000 steps, and then Oz thought roughly like 6 to 7 or 750 floors. I mean, it was a lot.
So in hindsight, you ended up taking a great bull with a rifle. Do you wish you would have just rifle hunted the whole week?
No, I don't. Honestly, I mean, from how hard we worked and then being able to actually notch my tag at the very end, I think that half of the fulfillment feeling came from knowing we worked that hard with the bow. You know, like, we didn't switch to that last 2 hours, and it was like inside, I felt like, Austin felt like we did everything we could, you know? But I don't have any regrets. Like, I'm glad we switched, but I wouldn't have wanted to switch early.
So conversely, you don't mind having switched
No.
Okay, so if it was me, I would have shot the first one first day with a rifle.
I know it. But
No,
all
in
those
all honesty,
encounters and everything they saw.
there's nothing more elegant and special and emotional than elk hunting in the mountains. I mean, and you wouldn't have had all of those experiences had you killed one the first day with your rifle. You wouldn't have walked the steps, you wouldn't have walked the floors, you wouldn't have walked the miles, nor would you have had the bonding experience you had with Austin and Wade, and that's all part of the hunt.
For sure. I mean, that was the best part. It's just like how much we learned, how much it challenged us. And then really that last 2 hours in the kill was like the small cherry on top to the buildup of everything, you know?
Just think of all the elk killing it in the kitchens you're gonna have now.
A lot. We got an order in a new deep freezer because we're out of room.
That's pretty awesome. So, well, you're back in the Midwest, and I'm so glad it's whitetail season and deer season's rolling on, man.
We're back. We've been hunting hard, and now we gotta kind of switch gears. Like, what about Disappearing Act?
I know, literally the summer #1, which I assume was going to leave, suddenly throws a curveball because he's been showing up occasionally.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking he's going to leave any day, which I'm confident he will because he's left 3 years in a row. Oh, he's a giant for sure, but he's really not on the radar per se.
Yeah. Hey, we did use him as a Deer Season 21 thumbnail.
Yeah, we did. Let's go kill one. Congrats on that elk, killer.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of Deer Season 21 is brought to you by MOTV. For access to all our Drury Outdoors TV shows, head over to the MOTV app today.